Alright, what's going on, y'all? That man Don here, man, and today we are at a new location. Today we are at Mega Bang now, which is a mega mall in Bangkok, and I recently went here like right before I left to go back to the States for a little while. I came here for the first time, and this is like a huge mall. It has an outdoor portion and an indoor portion. In the area that I'm in right now, it has a lot of restaurants, as you can see. Lots of restaurants, lots of like places to eat at the outdoor portion, and then they have also like an indoor portion of the mall. But today what I wanted to really talk about is a topic that I've been seeing a lot recently, which is tourism in Thailand is actually declining compared to pre-COVID numbers and other years previously. As you can see, here is a nice view of the outside portion right here. I think this is the entrance, and now this mall has an IKEA connected to it. It has an ice skating ring inside. It has movie theater. It has a bowling alley. It has a lot of things. So this is like, and it's actually an old mall, but it doesn't look old. I think it was built in like 2012. So compared to like the other malls that's been opening up recently, this mall still looks pretty good, man. Like I said, the top today is the decreased amount of tourism and the amount of expats leaving Thailand reportedly. So I just wanted to kind of go over some of these things and give my kind of insight in what I think is going on with Thailand right now. So one of the first reasons it says here is higher costs compared to alternatives. So countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and the Philippines, they are kind of booming right now, especially Vietnam. Vietnam is, I've seen a couple other reports, they were saying stuff like Vietnam is rising and the fastest rising economy in Southeast Asia apparently. So that's noteworthy. And you know, I think a lot of people maybe are wanting to experience something different, so that's why they're going towards other countries and things like that. Some other things are prices are apparently on the rise in Thailand. So food costs, housing, entry fees for national parks, tourist attractions, things like that, taxis, you know, the grabs. And honestly, a lot of people I see people complain about tuk-tuks a lot. And tuk-tuks, which if you don't know, are the kind of, I don't know, you mostly see them in tourist areas where it's kind of like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's normally playing music. If you've been to Thailand, you know what it is. I'll put a picture on the screen. It's almost like a golf cart almost. It looks like a golf cart and it's playing music and you can ride around in it. But yeah, people complain a lot about the tuk-tuks in Thailand or the price of them. And that's kind of more of a tourist thing anyways. Like locals, they don't use tuk-tuks like that, you know what I mean? Like that's more of, you know, you come to Thailand and you just enjoy it, and obviously it's going to cost more than normal transportation would. And the price of taxis, there's actually an ongoing, like, I guess you could say something like an ongoing war. Not war, but it's an ongoing like thing between taxi drivers and Grab drivers and Bolt, because the taxi drivers feel like Bolt is taking away, or Grab is taking away a lot of their customers. But that's just because even the locals feel like taxi drivers are charging too much for like the service, like from the airport, not even from the airport, but just say if you wanted to go somewhere in the city, a taxi driver may say, you know, 220 baht, and I've even been with locals and they'll be like, man, we can get here on Bolt for like, you know, like 150, or, you know, it's really not, it wouldn't cost, we're not that far from the city, yet the taxi driver still charges. Or they'll say like 220 baht and they won't turn the meter on. They'll just, you know, say a price. So a lot of times A lot of people avoid taxis because a lot of them don't even want to turn the meter on the car. So that's one thing that I do see a lot in Thailand. Something else is food and hotel prices have risen. And honestly, with the food, the thing about Thailand is that with food, the price varies a lot for certain stuff in Thailand. So if you go to like Western type restaurants, you're going to pay a premium versus, not a premium, but it's going to be Western prices versus if you go to like a Thai restaurant, the prices will be a little bit lower. And if you go get street food, obviously the prices will be even lower than that. But if you go to like McDonald's and stuff, the prices are going to be the same pretty much as it would be if you were in the US or if you were in, what's over here? I think the mall is over here. Now I'm gonna go that way. The prices are going to be the same as it would be in, you know, the US. And so something that I normally do is like, I was gonna make this video too, saying like how to eat in Thailand for like, or cheap, how to eat for cheap in Thailand, because it can, like I said, it depends on you don't always want to eat street food. You don't always want to eat, you know, Western food or whatever. It's going to be a mix. But if you think you're going to come to Thailand and just strictly eat street food, that's probably not going to happen because you're going to get tired of it. Let's go over here. The second thing is safety and scams. So jet ski, motorbike rentals, overcharging by tuk-tuks and taxis, like I said before, rising concerns about crime and safety. And this is something that I've seen recently. I think the Chinese take up the bulk majority of tourism in Thailand. So that's one reason why it's declining, because the Chinese, like I said, they're not really coming to Thailand like that anymore. So I would normally see a lot of Chinese at like Jaws Fair at Ramanai, and I would see them a lot at Siam, not Siam Square, but what's the other one? Icon Siam, the huge mall. So at Icon Siam, you'll see them coming in literal bus loads of people, and it'll just be a whole bunch of them just hopping off the bus, and it's like a tour group. I don't know how they do that, but it's like a tour group. So, but apparently something happened to where maybe like some Chinese people are getting like kidnapped, or I don't know. I don't think it's like it's happening in mass rates, but I think it was one big story that happened. And so maybe the Chinese tourists are being deterred by that happening, and they're kind of steering away from Thailand altogether. So that could be a concern for some people. But as you can see, man, this is, like I said, this is a nice outdoor area, and they have tons and tons and tons of restaurants. And like I said, they even have the mall portion, which is more like a regular indoor mall, that they have a lot of places to eat as well. And another reason is visa restrictions and entry rules. Now this so leans more towards why expats are leaving, because of the visa rules. They're always changing. It's nothing really consistent. Sometimes it's kind of unclear because the rules are changed 1 month, and then maybe like a couple months later they'll say something else. So it's kind of hard for people that want to live here long term to like fully understand what they need to be doing and stuff like that. And I have been seeing a couple videos about the DTV visa and like the complications and things of having that too. So I was gonna make a video kind of going over what I thought about, you know, the things going on with the DTV visa and stuff like that too. But the rules of just the regular like tourist visas and having to have a now you have to have a arrival card or apply for a arrival card before coming in to Thailand and things like that. And it's just nonstop changing. Nonstop things are just different, and it's kind of unclear about what people should be doing. short. So it says short visa durations, expensive visa extensions, overstaying penalties. I'm not gonna go over that too much just because, like I said, I'm gonna save that for my visa video that I'm about to do. Another one says weather and climate concerns. So harsh raining seasons or heat waves deter some travelers. Air quality in Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and even Bangkok. I think it's like, it has been raining recently a little bit. I don't even know when raining season is, but it might be coming up soon, not gonna lie, because it has been raining a lot recently. Cultural misunderstandings or fatigue. Some tourists feel there's less tolerance or friendliness compared to Thailand's reputation. Others behave poorly. I don't really know about the unfriendliness. I mean, everywhere I've been in Thailand, people have been friendly, so I don't really think that's a concern, to be honest. Like, everywhere I go, people are friendly, they smile, they're willing to help you, everything, and I have not once witnessed a Thai person be mean or try to be rude or something like that. In conclusion, I think probably the main things are just the Chinese are choosing not to come to Thailand and maybe go to other places like Japan, Vietnam, Bali, like I said before, Philippines, other places around Thailand. And that one story about something like a missing, I may have to find an article about it, but I'll try to find it, how the Chinese person, they got something happened to him. I don't want to misquote what happened, so I'll just find the article first. But I think that's probably the main reasons why this is happening. Now, for me personally, I think Thailand is still a great place to visit, and even, you know, if you're thinking about staying in Southeast Asia, for me personally, I think it's one of the best, especially in terms of housing, just because I think you get the most bang for your buck in Thailand. Other places is probably not going to be cheap, and I was going to do another video about this too, talking about why you shouldn't live directly in the city, like in Bangkok. I think you should try to find different places to live that's not in the city, because you can get an even better bang for your buck, and that will, what's the best word? You can circumnavigate the rising prices if you live outside of the city, so you won't really have to face all the rising prices and things like that people are trying to say. So that's one reason why I kind of moved out the city, because I feel like you can get a better bang for your buck in other places, like the outskirts of kind of Bangkok. I'm still in Bangkok, but it's not directly in the center of the city. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I went over some of the reasons why tourists are avoiding Thailand, and now I just went to this place called Pepper Lunch. Pepper Lunch is like one of my favorite places to go. It used to be one of my favorite places to go, Pepper Lunch. Now I kind of go to Salad Factory a lot, and I'm gonna probably go get me a smoothie from O-Juice. O-Juice is just a place that sells like juices, smoothies, stuff like that. They have good fruit smoothies. So I'll probably get me a sake smoothie from O-Juice, then probably head back home. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section, are you guys, if you've come to Thailand before, what are your thoughts about some of the points that people are starting to avoid Thailand and go to other places? Have you experienced any of these things that I listed? Yeah, man, it's been that man done. I'm out. Peace.